So I pulled some of our data from our pitch doc talk where we took the aggregated data from the college season last year. And what we saw is like she's throwing basically like a 0-1. She's a low velo athlete and a low spin rate athlete. And so we pulled some of that, and the swings and miss rates on that pitch specifically was super high. I'm like, what an interesting thing how data checked us all across the board. At the end of the day, the data that mattered, the 30% swing and miss rate.
Right.
So it's like, stop making shit up. And I would have, he said like, oh, when I saw the data, maybe we should be going after more break. And I was like, I would say the same thing as you. So this is not a judgment, but should we? So then we pulled, what if we start getting +1s, +2, and boom, swing and miss rate on that data went way down. I'm like, we shouldn't. So I think that's such a great example of like, not just using data to say if we're getting better. At the youth level, we have to really just use this, like we need more break, more variability, because remember, we need the canvas to just offer as much as possible. And then at the college level, the ultimate thing that matters is that something is effective. It's like, why, right? And so then we use the data to understand exactly why and to make sure that what we were choosing to do in training was not just based on our experience of what she should be doing more of and what we think she should do, because that's what other athletes have done. So all of us kind of got checked in that system by using a variety of data points, and that's beautiful, right? I mean, I think
that's such an evolution of like everyone's got to throw the same pitch types and the pitch labels. It's such an evolution of that, where we know when a kid comes in with 9 pitch types, it's like, oh boy, someone's just put these labels on you. We're not sure what they do. And what you're saying is like, all right, call it whatever you want. The label part's irrelevant. What is it actually doing? It's not doing what we think it should do to be successful. But what ultimately matters is that her whiff rate on that is above average. And like,
right.
That's critical. That is how you say, okay, maybe that, again, whether it's a curve or rise, label whatever the hell you want, it's the pitch shape that does something very unique and special and results in really good outcomes in terms of getting swings and misses. And like, that's what matters. Not that, she had 7 pitches when she was 10 and now she only has 4. That's the scalability concept.
So now first of all, if he had not had that information, I probably would have made the same mistake that he was making, which is like, we should be chasing more break, right? If they hadn't thrown live yet, it's like, everything was bullet, whatever. Everything is bullet. But, and like slow, low spin rate bullet, right? That's essentially what we were looking at, which everything about that feels to us like cringe,
I know. I feel
but in reality,
saying
apparently not. Which is so interesting. But I think also, though, there are athletes where it's like, no, she's either getting hit hard or like everyone's barreling her, whatever. And now we go back into this system of like, okay, let's see what her tools are. Which tool is closest to being something we can leverage, right? And so this gets back into the world that we live in all the time, because it's not just, oh, we've identified she already has the tool. Most athletes are not at that level. You see it more at the college level. There's just reality. They got there for a reason. But most athletes don't have that. And so now there are also athletes, staffs have 8-9 pitchers now. The bottom 3-4 are sitting back in mediocre land. I mean, there's just a reality to that. So I think that, with that said, we go back into this world of, I have to plug my computer in, guys, also. Hold on. I thought it was plugged in, and I just got a thing that says it's about to die.
That
would have been terrible.
A real ash moment.
Yeah,
whatever.
Ash moment.
Squirrel. Anyway, so we're back in this world. Obviously, I'm going to pick right back up because I know how to bounce from squirrel to squirrel.
Duh.
So we now are back into this world where these bottom 3-4 pitchers are just average. And now it's the youth level again. So we now are in this world of like, which tool would give us the biggest bang for our buck? Could we add 2 inches to that? Could we give her an off speed? Let's go into her patterns. How can we get her to do more of that? Now we're right back into that world. So I wanted to give that example because, it's all still being led by data, but they are different processes. And we do both of them at the college level. The reality is, though, those bottom 3-4 pitchers, they have a certain time period. And if we can't get enough out of them by a certain time period, they just kind of get pushed to the side by January, because that's the name of the game. These coaches have to win. So at the high school level, we just stay in that all the time in that process.